Homeless guy spits some truth.
Perfect.
Well, you asked me if doing prison was the hard part, and I spent over 12 years in prison. In 18 years, I did 12 total. And it wasn't the hard part, wasn't going to prison, it was getting out and trying to be part of society again. Because at one time I was a contractor. I had 4 employees, 3-bedroom house, blah, 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 blah. And I had to lose it all to realize it was just stuff, but still. Then when you're done with your time, and I discharged my sentence in February 11th of 2011, I got my parole papers signed off. I became a citizen again. I can actually vote. I can actually go in and vote for the president. But I can't get a job here or here or here. I can't have any apartments because they won't accept felons. And I even went through an agency that took felons, and they'll give a pedophile an apartment before they will me because I had a drug charge.
Yeah, I heard life is tough for like ex-convicts, especially after they get out and they try to integrate themselves back into society. All the more reason to just stay away from crime. So, And I think the reason for them not giving you an apartment or employment is because, I guess, with a potential or someone who has committed a crime and not paid for it, it's not proven. And with you, you're an ex-convict, so it's been proven that you've committed a crime. It's still kind of did he really? Because some people go to prison and they didn't do anything. So
I wasn't even dealing drugs. I had possession. But anybody that has possession of drugs, they're worried about them selling drugs in their apartments, so they won't give them one. But this place would give a pedophile, somebody who raped a little baby or something, and give them an apartment, but they wouldn't let me have one because of my felony, because I had a drug felony. And just the hard part was just becoming part of society again. It's like they didn't want me. They didn't want me to be part of their society anymore. So I just decided, fuck it. I'm gonna sleep in a tent. I'm gonna do what I love for a living, which is playing music. And if I just make a little bit of money, I'd rather do what I love with a passion and make a little money than go back to contracting and try to make a lot of money and be part of a society that doesn't even want me anymore.
I think that's quite interesting coming from someone who, from the general perspective, has had a lot or everything, if you will, since you're talking about having employees. And for him to lose all that just to realize that it's just stuff, and as long as you're doing what you love, really the rest doesn't matter. I argue that there's more to life than just doing what you love. I think we're all here for a purpose. Yeah, it's an entire video series even of its own, so,
Society. That's the way I feel.
Feel that? Why did...
I meet a lot of good people, but I believe there's a lot of good people out there, but for the most part, most people, all they care about is themselves. You could be standing there on the corner bleeding and people just drive by you. And they wouldn't want no part of it. They wouldn't want no part of the drama. So there'd be 1 in 10 that might stop and help. I walked up to a woman once to ask her what time it was. I was pushing a cart. Me and my wife were pushing our cart. We had all our stuff in a grocery cart. I was pushing. I needed to know what time it was, so I went up to ask this woman what time it was. She's like, "Oh, get away from me. I don't have any money. Leave me alone."
Ew, I have a boyfriend. Get away from me. I think generally in our society, it's been promoted to such a high level to guard yourself and protect yourself and look out for yourself, which is all good things, but it just conditions people to be more selfish, just like generally speaking. And I don't know, I might queue up a tweet that I tweeted once. Go like it if you're on Twitter. I don't know. But yeah, I think it's more to life than just living for yourself. I think there's great value in people living selflessly, and you can just like do something for someone that they like without expecting anything in return and see how that makes you feel. Like really, just do something nice for someone. It could be someone in your house, and see how they feel and see how you feel after that.
And I'm like, I don't want him. She's like, "Just get away from me, go." I'm like, and I'm thinking, what could have this woman been through that she's so terrified of a stranger that what if my wife was pregnant, her water just broke and I needed help? I mean, who knows? What if I was having chest pain and I needed her to call 911? she didn't care. It's just get away from me. Go. I don't got no money. She thought all I wanted was her money. I just want to know what time it was. And it hurt, man. It's like, damn. People.
It does hurt.
You know, it's like, damn. It's humanity. So many people, what have they been through that makes them so terrified of relationships and people that they just don't want nothing to do with nobody? It's sad.
This video was from 7 years ago, which is, what, 2015? It's crazy that it's more relevant now than it was back then, since social media has gone so high up and people are being constantly fed that, if it's disturbing your peace, get away or exclude yourself or cut people off, the cutoff that happens every year. I mean, sure, those could be beneficial things, but it's making people more and more selfish. And it's why you'll find if something is happening to someone, or if people are fighting, or if a car accident, for example, happens, what do you see? People with their phones, they're recording to post on social media, or to just spread that, look at this happened. It's really sad, man. But, such is the world we live in, and, we move in it.
Check this out. I've got over 240 some friends on Facebook. Most of them I knew from high school. I mean, I knew a lot of people. I got around, all right? 240 some people I know on Facebook. Most of them I thought were good friends from high school. Christmas Day, I Facebooked them all, and I'm like, hey, it's Christmas. I haven't talked to some of y'all in over 20 years. Here's my number. Call me. Let's have a conversation. Nobody. And I posted that thing over and over Christmas Day. Nobody. And I'm talking people that asked me to be their friend. Oh, so-and-so wants you to be their friend. Well, I know this person from high school. Sure, I'll be their friend.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
It means people don't want relationships no more. They're so into their internet and so into their Facebook. They got this is their idol.
I also think it's just like the effect of time. Like, so many people that you shared so many memories with. Back then, you still had some emotional attachment. But if something like 5, 10, 20 years passes by, you've grown up, you've experienced so much more life after that, the emotional attachment you had to that time tends to just like disconnect. And the thing with, like, if someone hits you up from high school, we haven't spoken in so long, let's talk. The other thing is, like, I think some people, or a lot of people, I don't know, I'm not a psychic, but a lot of people just like, okay, so what are we going to talk about? Or what point of commonality do we have? I mean, it's been so long. I've been doing fine without them. Why would I need them now? I have enough people in my life. So, yeah, I would say you could give that as a reason as to why, people tend to just grow apart with time. So, yeah.
Internet's become an idol, man. It's like people don't want relationships. They want the kind of relationships where they can be who they want to be and be who they are. Instead of being who they are, be who they want to be and pretend to be. Oh yeah, I'm 6'4" and I got dark hair and blue eyes and big shoulders, but then I can't ever meet this person because I don't look like that, And most people on these internet relationships, man, even a girl, my high school sweetheart, I hooked up with her on Facebook, contacted her, hey man, let's meet. Well, she gave me her number. She's like, well, look, just text me. I really don't have time for conversations no more. She'd rather go text back and forth for 2 hours, texting back and forth, instead of having a 10-minute conversation that could have summed it all up. People don't want conversations. They don't want nothing no more. I don't know what they want. But this world sucks, man. The way that people see it. Really.
Totally agree.
So,
I mean, but
I'm just trying to make the world a more better place, man, a more beautiful place. And if music and art can do it and somebody appreciates it, that's all that matters. If I can make a difference in one person's life, that's all that matters.
I mean, man, 19 million people watched this video in these past 7 years. I'm pretty sure there's a good chunk of people who watched the video and it had an impact on them, a positive impact on them. So, yeah,
You made a difference in my life.
Praise God. I mean, hallelujah.
You did. I wouldn't be sitting here with you if you hadn't.
Yeah.
Because you were playing your guitar when I walked up.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it's a positive difference, you know. We can all make a negative influence in somebody's life, but if we can be a positive difference in somebody's life and make them just think for a minute, maybe there is something worth caring about, you know.
Comment self-love if you're still here, or like your thoughts on the video, whatever he said, whatever I said. If you agree, disagree, I don't know, I can control